Hello and welcome to Billy's Craft Room. In an earlier tutorial I showed you how to create a desktop calendar. In today's film I'm going to show you how to create a coordinating gift box. For this project you will need some main images to coordinate with the calendar, some background paper, 2 sheets of pearlescent cardstock, the main images and the background paper I printed from the Country Diary of an Edwardian Lady CD, available from Joanna Sheen. I'll include links on the blog for where you can get hold of this. You'll also need a cutting mat, a bone folder, some scissors, a craft knife, a brush to apply the glue, a steel ruler, some double-sided tape, a glue pen, some decorative ribbon, some PVA glue. This really is the best kind of glue for creating boxes. You'll need some clothes pegs, a cutting mat and a scoring board. Begin by cutting both your sheets of A4 cardstock to square. To do this, measure the short side of the cardstock and cut the long side to the same measurement. Save the off-cut pieces for a later project. From the 2 matching pieces of cardstock, trim one of the squares 1/8 of an inch shorter along this side and this side. The smaller piece will become the base of the box and the larger piece will become the lid. Place your square of card onto a scoring board. Line up one edge with a 1-inch mark. And score. Turn the card 90 degrees and lining up with a 1-inch mark, score here. Turn the card again and score at the 1-inch mark, and once more score the last side at 1 inch. You need to repeat this with your second piece of cardstock. I'm now going to prepare the card before I cut it. Place a ruler onto one of the edges of your score lines and bend the sides of the box up to meet it. Fold the cardstock over and reinforce the fold using a bone folder. This will ensure you get really crisp, neat folds. Turn the cardstock around and repeat on this side. Do the same thing to the remaining 2 sides of your box. Set this one aside and do the same thing to your second piece of cardstock. I'm now going to trim away some of the cardstock to create the tabs which will glue inside to form the box. Corner, you'll see there's a square where your two score lines meet. Cut along one score line, like this, and then angle the scissors and cut up to the corner of that scored square. This will create the tab for you to apply glue later on. Move along the same edge of the card and do the same at this corner. Cutting up to where the lines cross, and then cutting at an angle and take out that triangle of card. Move to the opposite end of the card and do the same on these two corners. Cut along the line until you get to the next score line. Cut at an angle up to it. And finally, the same on this corner. You need to repeat this process with your second piece of cardstock. To assemble the box, I'm going to bring up all the sides like this and then apply glue to the tabs you just cut. Bring them up at the side, and this side will fold in the same way. Apply PVA to the tab that you cut and use a brush to ensure that the glue goes to all the edges. Bring the front side of the box up and use a peg to hold it in place while the glue dries. Move along to the next corner, apply your glue, bring the side up, tucking the tab to the inside and hold it in place. Again, use a peg to hold it still until the glue has completely dried. Bring the tabs in at the other end of the box and glue those in place in the same way. Once again, applying the pegs to hold it until the glue has completely dried. You need to repeat this with your second piece of cardstock. Do join me in part 2 when I'll show you how to decorate your finished box. For more inspiration, please visit the blog on www.billiescraftroom.co.uk.